In today's tutorial, let's do some party wristlets, a design by Carrie Clement for Caron Yarns. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on these party wristlets, and this is by Carrie Clement for Caron Yarns, and this is using Caron Simply Soft Party yarn. Has a bit of sparkle without the scratch, and these are really quite fun. There is a set of white in this Caron Party yarn as well that I really love to do, but because my background is white you'll never see me crocheting it. So I'm going to be using a purple today, and of course it's kind of like an 80s inspired kind of idea, but you know, you dress these up, you could actually probably wear these to a wedding if you really wanted to, and etc. Very easy pattern. Let's begin. To start, you're going to need a 5mm size H crochet hook today and just one ball of Caron Simply Soft yarn. So let me just show you what I'm using today. So just like this, and it's really quite fun, and you see that it has the word party, so it's got a bit of sparkle without the scratch. Perfect. So let's quickly review the pattern. Is that we're gonna do some chain work to begin, and we're gonna start off, and you see that there's only 15 rounds to go. Really quite an easy pattern to do. It's a 5mm size H crochet hook today, and you're gonna need a darning needle just to finish off weaving in your ends. So it's gonna be quite a fun little idea, and I hopefully that you enjoy it. And let's begin and grab your yarn, and I'm gonna show you a neat twisting non-twisting technique as well. So let's begin and create a slip knot. So I'm going to show you a little technique, and this prevents the twisting of the chain from happening, so you get no twists in it, which is what you want. So starting off with the first one, remember this one never counts as one, and you need to chain 30. So what I recommend is that you chain 10 to begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what you want to do is just take this off and insert the bottom, so make sure it's not twisted at all, and insert the bottom chain onto the hook just like this, and then put that other one back on. I want you to leave this toward the back of the hook, and therefore you'll never have to worry about it. So then you carry on. So you're gonna go to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So once you have your 30 on there right now, you want to join with the slip stitch. So just pull through this one and the one that you've already have on the hook, and therefore your chain will not have a twist. Let's begin round number 1. So let's begin round number 1. We're going to chain 2, and in this pattern chain 2 counts as the first half double crochet. Sometimes it doesn't, most times it does, but this one it does. So you're gonna chain 2, that is 1 half double crochet, which is part of that first one, and then just moving onto your chain here, and you want to grab 2 strands here on the top, leaving one underneath, and it will look nicer. And you're just going to half double crochet yourself all the way around. So making sure there's 2 strands always on top and 1 on the bottom, and therefore you'll have a nice perfect edge that you will have with your gloves. So just do 1 half double crochet around in each one, and I'll see you at the end of this revolution. So once you get your 30 in, there should be a total of 30 half double crochets around. You're just gonna slip stitch the last one into the first half double crochet. Okay, so your counts are really important for gloves, especially if you want both of them to be the same size. If you don't count and you think it's good, you could be like me and have a glove that's off out of sync with each other. So let's begin rounds 2 through 5. So rounds 2 through 5 are very simple. You're gonna chain up 2, and it says working in the back loops only. Okay, you're gonna half double crochet in each half double crochet round. So moving to the next one. So if you're new to crochet, what happens is that there's 2 strings. The first one that's closest to you is a front loop, and the furthest one is the back loop, but together they make a stitch. So you're gonna wrap the hook, and you're gonna go into the back loop only, and you're going to half double crochet, and you're gonna do this for 4 rounds. Okay, so what I want you to do is just half double crochet into the back loops, and this is gonna create a ridge that you can see here in the front side. So what I would recommend is just flip this so that you're working on the outside, so that you're just kind of moving it around, so that the side you're not working on is furthest away from you. It's just easier to see. And I want you to half double crochet in the back loop, and I'll meet you at the end of this round to make sure that you're knowing how to finish this round off, and then you're gonna do the other 3 for me, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. When you get all the way around, do not confuse this last one for being a stitch. Okay, it looks like it is, but it's not. It's leaning over to the first one. So, and if ever in doubt, just count your half double crochets, and you'll see that there's only 30. So I want you to join it to the top of the beginning half double crochet. Okay, so see how I just did that? It looks like it's together. So if I would have put the extra one, it'll look like it's kind of bending like this because it's gaining a stitch. So you're gonna start the next one. So remember, we're doing 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I just did one with you. So chain up 2, 1 and 2, and then coming into the first one, you want to go into the back post again for half double crochet. So please do the rest of this. So this is gonna be our round number 3. Please do 4 and 5 exactly the same way, and I'll see you at the end of those rounds. Okay, so now I'm done rounds from 2 all the way to 5. So it's a little bit longer. Of course, it's for your wrist area here. So let's begin. We're going to do round number 6, and now we're gonna start creating the mesh look that you can see that the model is wearing, or the mannequin is wearing. So we're gonna start off this round by doing a chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. And now it says to skip the next half double crochet and single crochet into the next. So skip the next one and single crochet into the next. And we're creating the mesh for the very first time here. So then we begin again. So we chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and it says to repeat. So we skip the next half double crochet and go to the next for a single. Okay, so you get it. So 1, 2, 2, just dropped it, 2 and 3, skip the next one and half double or sorry, single crochet into the next. I'll be fine, I'm sure. So 1, 2, 3, skip the next one, single into the next. Please do that all the way around. But I'll meet you at the end of this round where I have to show you what to do because you don't finish off the same way as you have before. So when you come up all the way back around, you're going to chain your 3. But watch. Where you started off, remember how you chained 3 to begin? You have to actually go into the second chain, not to the gap, but second chain in order to keep this pattern looking consistent. And so you're gonna go into the second chain, getting 2 strands and pulling through and through, just like that. Okay, it looks a little unusual right now, but it'll balance out and you'll see that it will work out in all the end. So let's continue rounds from 7 all the way to 12, and I'll show you how to get started because now that you've done it right, it'll seem like it'll balance perfectly and you'll be very happy. So now that we're here, we want to begin and we want to establish then our pattern as we go forward. So we want to continue and we want to chain 3 just like this, and we want to go into the next chain 3 space over here for a single crochet and then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and keep moving around. So into the next chain 3 space and 1, 2 and 3, next chain 3 space, and you keep doing that all the way around. So 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, and you keep going all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of this round and I'll show you what to do, how to finish this round. So when you get all the way around, do you see how it kind of looks unusual right here? That's the starting point again. Okay, so what you're gonna do is that you're gonna continue now to continue in a same revolution. So there's no slip stitching required then at the end of this. Okay, so what we want to do is that we just want to start another round. So just check that off, and I'm gonna check that off as round number 7, and then we continue to start again. So 1, 2 and 3, and come into the next chain 3 space just like that and continue. So 1, 2 and 3. So you're just gonna keep going around and around and just kind of make a note of where the slip stitching is here, and then you can keep an eye on your revolutions as you go and check it off your list as you go. So I'll see you back here in just a moment. So please do all the way to round number 12. So right now I'm on round number 8. So we'll do 9, 10, 11 and 12, and I'll see you back here and we'll do a thumb opening at that point. So now I have rounds 7 through 12 done, and I see the slip stitch here and I have followed it straight up. So this is where I want to be. So now I'm gonna create a thumb hole. So the thumb holes are really quite easy. So let's begin this round here and I'll take you all the way around. So we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to single crochet into the next chain 3 space like so, and it says to do that twice. So 1, 2, 3, and then single into the next one. It now says to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, skip the next chain 3 space here and go to the next one after that, and then single crochet. Here is your thumb hole right there. Okay, it's an extra big spot. So now you continue the rest of the round the same way. So chain 3 and then go into the next space. So it's just what you already know. So 1, 2, 3, next space, and go all the way around doing this. So this has created that thumb hole for you. So let's meet you back here and I'll show you how to do rounds 14 and 15. So I'm all the way back around, and here I can see the thumb hole right here. So I just letting you know where I am. Okay, so now we're gonna finish off rounds number 14 and 15 the same way that you know. So remember how we were doing chain 3 and then going into the next space? Well, this chain 4, we just have to use that the same way. So we're gonna chain 3 and keep moving to the next space with a single, chain 3, move to the next space, chain 3. Okay, and look, this is your thumb hole right here. So you're just gonna go right into the space as normal and then chain 3 and then move to the next space after that. So it's just what you know. We've just created an extra larger opening here for your thumb when it pops out. So continue around, and I want you to continue this round and the round 15 just the same way that you know how, and then we're gonna finish this off with the darning needle. So this is it for this pattern as well. So just continue this round and one more round and then that's it. So in the final round that you come around, you have to stop. See, this is where the hole is here, and if you pull it apart you can see it. It's a lot bigger. And so in the final round you have to stop just right close to that spot. So 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter if you're doing right or left. It's still the same spot. So just look and just kind of follow it up. Okay, so here's the hole there. This is it. I'm done. So there's my hole. So what I want to do is take this and I want to trim my work enough that I can use a darning needle with it, and I want to pull this through. Okay, so you need to use a darning needle at this point to weave in these ends because you are going to be using these. You don't want these coming out. So if you just feed it onto a darning needle, and if you go and glide in your work just underneath the stitches. Okay, just go back and forth 3 times. So just going in, 1, 2, and 3, and you're out. Okay, so now that it's in 3 times, you can safely cut that right down. It will never fall out on you. So just cut that down. I need you to go back to the cuff area. On the other side you have your strand there, and I want you to put that into a darning needle. And again the same concept. So just going in underneath the stitches. Try not going on the outside of it to impede on the look of the way it looks, like the stitch work. So just going in, and because it's tied in a knot on when you're started, because it's called a slip knot, you can go in twice if you want to, and that should never fall out on you as well. So there you go. So that's how you complete a pair of these party wristlets, and so now you can just safely try it on. Okay, so there, just put your thumb into position just like so. So there you go, just like this, and it's left or right. So these are just very meshy, really fun, so you can just try them on in the other way as well. So this is how you do this, and this is a really neat pattern. And until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you. Bye bye.